Hello everyone. I want to give a quick video on an important case that came down just recently, and this deals with justice, mercy, and deadlines in a case. And this particular homeowner actually lost his home and had it demolished by a city, Huntington, Indiana, because he failed to meet any of the deadlines in his case, basically. And what I want to point out is that when you get a court order or a notice for some kind of violation of health codes and whatnot, you need to pay attention to it and not let it get away from you and just ignore those things, because they do have limits, and if you ignore them, you can have some pretty severe outcomes. And in this case, the property owner had his home demolished, or the property he owned demolished. And what happened factually is that he received a health code violation. There was 29 violations that he was cited for, which is quite a few, and I think that hurt his case as well. It was not a de minimis violation. It was 29 different things, and he was given time to fix them. He didn't fix them. He made one repair, so it took it down to 28. And then he failed to appear at the first hearing in August of 2019. He just didn't show up at all, even though he had notice. He also didn't appear in September, and then he didn't appeal the demolition of his home within the statutory time frame of another 10 days. So he basically blew off 3 deadlines by statute, ignored the court, ignored health and hospital and the code enforcement folks, and totally, really disrespected them and what they were trying to do to make the city better. And then he arrived just sort of out of the blue, went to an October meeting of the board, and said, "Hey, don't tear my house down." And they said, "This is already over with. The ship has sailed, so to speak, and you haven't complied with any of the requirements. You've missed all the deadlines. You haven't fixed anything but 1 out of 29, and this is over. We're not going to rehear it." He tried to appeal that. He was denied. And so I want to say that, there's 2 sides to everything. There's justice and mercy, and then there's these deadlines that help kind of guide the court in its decision making. And what you ought to know as a property owner is that deadlines are serious. There is a lot of times a little bit of wiggle room, and there's some mercy on the court side when you're showing good faith and you're trying to comply with an order, that kind of a thing. But if you just blow it off and don't show up and miss all the deadlines, then you are going to have probably a very bad result like he did. His home was demolished. So justice, mercy, and deadlines, very important in this matter. And I've given you the citation as well, so you can take a look at the whole case if you'd like to. That's it. Thank you so much.